Also, it'll be like perfect for It's like it just reverted back. I think I'll probably be... You would think the journalism school would want us to have good equipment.
You would think that.
You would think. For the amount of money we pay. It's not even the taste.
Yeah. Rowan posted our link. Nice. Things you'll love to see.
Yeah, no one is watching.
Oh. All right, all right. That's so bad.
That's still crooked.
Yeah. That rink behind us was a full period behind, and now they're about to start the game before this one because of all the whistles and OT.
they get for scheduling these games so close together.
Yeah. Are all of our ones today on this rink?
No, 2 on this one over there.
Okay.
The last one's over there.
The one on that one might get a late start then.
Yeah.
Memories never again. A blue sky.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Maryland Hockey Network and the 2024 ACC Showcase. Thank you so much for joining us. We are excited to cover 10 games this weekend, and it all starts here with Penn State and Rowan. We are set and getting ready for puck drop. Puck drop is moments away. I am Andrew Rich, joined by my broadcast partner, Andy Parr, and we will have the coverage for you all weekend long, so make sure to stick with us as we are set to get going from the St. James in Springfield, Virginia.
Lovely facility we're at this weekend, Andrew. I've
really
spent
is.
a lot of time here, played a lot of my high school games in this building. It's a great rink. Just something to keep an eye out for that we might experience a little bit. There's multiple games going on at the same time in this place, and the rinks don't have a true barrier between them. So there's occasionally the interfering whistle, and sometimes you'll see the players on this ice stop for a stoppage on the other one. A little bit of confusion can occur in these games.
We have East Carolina and St. Joseph's going on behind us, so we'll see if that interferes. But we are going between Penn State and the Rowan Profs. This one will be played back into the Rowan end. Back forward is Rudolph. Rudolph will swing it around the wall. This is Chandler, right into the middle. Schwarzmiller had it for a second. Big hit on the far side. Wes Schwarzmiller, welcome to the game.
Well, that's a way to set the tone early. Wes Schwarzmiller weighing his body big time on the boards, forcing a turnover in the defensive zone.
This one is taken by Ben Grasser. He'll move out to center with it, into the offensive zone. He'll drag around a defender. He'll head behind the net now. Ben Grasser, backhand pass to the point. Zach Good couldn't handle. And back at center. This will be played in deep by Penn State. After it, number 27, that's David Cutler with the puck. Cutler loses it. This is McGuire. McGuire right to the front, fouls the shot, and that is stopped in front.
Good early opportunity for the Ice Lions right there. Xander Faust working with McGuire. McGuire sends it to the slot. Faust jammed that one just wide. Lucky break for the Profs.
As we get a whistle. And in net for Penn State, we have number 31. That is Christopher McFadden. And he is matched by the number 31 of the Rowan Profs. It's Jake Booth. Those are your goalies tonight. Face off to the right of Booth. It's one to the wall. It'll be played in deep now. This is Partridge behind the net. On his backhand. Now to the point. Here's a shot, and that was stopped by Booth. It's gloved down. Hand pass coming if Penn State touches, and they do.
Good opportunity there for the Ice Lions. Shot from the point, trying to look for a deflection. They had Ethan Szymanski with that coverage down low. Unfortunately for them, a little hand pass will take this one into neutral.
So back at neutral ice. On the draw, it's going to be Keeley going up against Duffy. This is one forward by Duffy right into the hands of Zach Good. Up for Partridge. Far side, he'll take a check but keep moving. Intercepted now by Rowan. They will try to move out, but it's turned over. Look out. Partridge cutting to the net. Couldn't connect on the pass. It's Partridge. He's got a couple profs on him. And now Cutler will move out to center. He'll go far side with it. It's Bianchi. Back to Cutler. Cutler a backhand towards the middle. Hits some skates, and it's Zach Good for Penn State. Good through center. Into the offensive zone. He'll leave it. Partridge takes a hit. Penn State maintains control. Good. Man going to the front. And a save by Booth. Great stop with the glove.
Good early save there from Jake Booth, putting the glove out there to stop Carson Downs. Still getting used to these rosters. Not quite as familiar with them as we are with the Maryland ones, but Carson Downs with a great opportunity there. The one-timer, little backhander they shoved on Jake Booth. Booth flashing the leather to keep that one out of the net. Ice Lions with a couple of good chances early in this one.
It's played into the Penn State zone. Back for it. That time is Lambert. And Lambert's going to skate it out. Off the wall, tipped into the middle. Penn State trying to move in. Downs can't handle. And out to center moves Rowan. This is Schuster. He'll dump it around and get in after it. Delivers a check. That time on Ross. It's played to the point. Knoll will put it low. After it now, Karakavadis. And Penn State will move to center.
Yeah, get ready for that name all day, Andrew. Karakavadis.
I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Far side now. Chandler winds and shoots, and a blocker save that time by McFadden.
First real test for McFadden right there. Coming in was Chandler, ripping that shot from the right circle, had it in stride. A lot of power on that one. Got off the blocker of McFadden right there.
And we get a whistle. Not sure what for. But the faceoff will be to the right of McFadden. Ref going over to talk to the Penn State bench. But just about 3.5 minutes into this one, still no score. Shots in favor of the Rowan Profs, 3-1 at the moment. No way, they got that backwards. No way, shots are 3-1 Rowan.
Yeah, I think Penn State was designated as the home team for this game.
Okay. And moving in now is Chandler. Look out here, right to the goal, but he can't handle the puck and has to go around the back with it.
Chandler with a good opportunity right there, just did not have a clean handle of the puck, ends up taking it around Christopher McFadden instead of getting a shot in on the left pad.
This is Tim Shizhin. Behind the net, he'll move out now. Off a stick, that one goes up into the netting. Face-off will stay. Actually, this will move out to center as it hit a Rowan player.
Yep, that one clicking off of Rowan right there. It'll set up the Ice Lions for a face-off in neutral ice. Good early start here for Penn State. They're playing very physical, creating offensive opportunities by laying the body and gaining possession.
Off the draw, Rowan has control. Cutler moves that all the way down the ice, And that'll be moved around by Penn State. McGuire in the near corner, trying to chip it out. Cutler keeps. Cutler with the puck at his feet, trying to move it forward. Zangara steps in to help. Rowan now with control. Zangara right in front, couldn't get a shot off. And him and Faust will battle to the wall. And it's poked out to center.
Good opportunity there for Zangara, trying to cut into the middle of the ice right there. Nice recovery by Penn State to break up that passing. They were looking for the one-timer in the slot.
This is Intermission. Moving it towards the blue line. Now McGuire. And he will find a teammate at Xander Faust. Far side now. Right to the middle looking for Faust. That one doesn't connect. Faust trying to battle to the front. Taken now by Frateroli, and he's going to gain some speed and move. Mike Frateroli right at the red line. He'll dump it in and head for a change. Just about 5 minutes gone in this first period. Out at center, they battle for control. And back for it goes Evan Knoll. Knoll will turn towards the wall. A good kick pass there into the middle. Back forward is Zach Good. He loses his glove. And Good is going to have to play without a glove for a little bit.
Sure will. It's at the top of the defensive zone for him. He had the puck down low.
Keeping it in is Rowan. Right at the blue line, it will squirt out to center. Kromchik couldn't keep. Now he will dump it in.
Good got his glove as well there, Andrew.
Played near side. Szymanski to Keeley. He'll leave it for Partridge. Partridge going to make his move around a couple. Partridge lowers the shoulder, trying to move to the front. It was Jonathan Kromchik with a stick check.
Nice power move there from Evan Partridge, trying to dive in there on Jake Booth, and a nice recovery by Rowan. Kromchik there with the defensive body to prevent that shot.
Having some trouble with it behind the net was McFadden. And now far side, it's Partridge. He will lift this up but not out. There's a big collision right near the blue line. Does get the puck out. That was Keeley and Karakavadis. Now it's Wyatt. He'll move down the left side. He's got Ross on him. Checks him off the puck. In deep now, it's Ross. Downs a backhand pass right to the middle, a dangerous one. And Rudolph keeps at the point. His shot was blocked by Lambert. Ross, he'll swing it around near side. This is Szymanski. Trying to dangle around, look out. Right to the front, that puck was trying to get there. On the pass that time was Thomas.
A lot of good offensive zone time for Rowan early on here. They're just not getting those shots off. Good recoveries by the Ice Lions. Every time the Profs get into the offensive zone and they start sending up those passes, it feels like a Penn State stick or body ends up ruining those plays that they're trying to get into the slot.
The glove by Jake Booth stops play. So we will get a face-off in the offensive zone for Penn State. 7 minutes gone in this first period. Shots in favor of Penn State, 4-1 at the moment. Face-off is won by Penn State. Tim Shijan will shoot it, tipping it in front that time. Was another Ice Lion. Tim Shijan trying to move it out. It was knocked out of the air that time by Cutler and moved in. Downs. That puck is intercepted. Chandler. He's got a couple bodies on him. And now Penn State will move out.
Downs will be taking a big sigh of relief after ripping that pass. That was a very dangerous pass to be given in the defensive zone, centering it right in front of your own goalie with two opposing players right in front of you. They're lucky that it turned into just a little scrum in the corner.
Ben Grasser lowering his shoulder, moving his way around the wall. He runs into Cutler that time, and that'll knock him off the puck. And Cutler and Grasser still battle. In behind the net now, Frateroli. He's going to lift this out to center. Good play that time. And Frateroli behind his own net. Had some Ice Lions in his way, forced to dump it out, and right back in comes Penn State. Here's a shot by Short that time. Excuse me, that was Young. And Young in behind the net, trying to cut to the front. It squirts right out. Trying to clear now is Rowan. Schwarzmiller, he's going to go behind the net. The dangerous forward for Penn State. Point shot is blocked that time by Zangara.
Really tired group of skaters out there for Rowan right now. Nice offensive possession by the Ice Lions. They're forcing a lot of movement out of this defense and looking for that crack. Here it is.
What a pass. Good a shot. Saved by Booth. Rebound is sitting with Young. And Rowan cannot clear.
Excellent pass there from Ben Grasser to set up that shot from Zach Good. He was left all alone on the right point.
Far side. That one's poked away by Cutler, and out comes Rowan. Finally, they needed a change.
Yeah, they needed to change bad. They're going to get the defenseman off right now and a couple of forwards, but Cutler still got a chance to take this one in himself.
Cutler will play this in behind the net, and now it's Zach Good for Penn State, the captain. It's a quick touch pass. Play to the middle now. Schwarzmiller. He's going to shoot it. That just goes over the net. Might have hit a body in front.
Booth didn't look like he had a clear view of that one. He was just kind of waving his glove in the general area, guessing where Schwarzmiller was ripping that one. Luckily for him, it deflected in front and went over the net.
And we get a whistle. Looks like our first penalty call
is a board.
It's a boarding call, and we'll see who this goes against. It looks like Penn State is heading to the box.
Yep, they're going to get the Ice Lions here for a board in the corner. That was Max Finley who took the check down low for Rowan, drawing the penalty to put the Profs on the first man advantage of the afternoon.
So we will get a look at the Rowan power play. Face off to the right of McFadden. It is won by Rowan. At the point now it's Rudolph. He'll go far side with it. Thomas. Zangara right in front. Look out. Shot right on net. Big save by McFadden.
First save that McFadden's had to make in a while right there. Good recovery on that one. Great passing by Rowan to start off this power play, and a big lapse by Penn State right there to leave that slot shot open.
At the point, it's Rudolph. He's going to shoot it, trying to make its way through traffic. It was blocked.
That was Wick Ross on the block right there. Good positioning.
Thomas. He's going to walk to the middle and shoot over the head of McFadden.
Fortunate bounce for the Ice Lions right there. If it goes another couple inches to the right, that's a free goal for Josh Bianchi.
Tipping that one in front was Duffy. To the point, it's Rudolph. He's going to walk. He'll spin back towards the point now. Backhand pass, Zangara. Thomas. He'll shoot it, just looking for a tip. And it goes wide of the net.
Looking for a deflection from Bianchi right there. A little shot pass.
Zangara moving towards the net. Down to a minute to go in the power play. Rudolph. Zangara. Touch passes to the middle now.
Really good possession by the Profs here. That's a tired Penn State group on the ice, and they'll finally clear.
But the shot blocks of the Ice Lions get them the clear and the change.
That was the second big shot block of that power play. This one coming from Alex McGuire. Gets his body in front of that one. Is able to corral the puck off of his chest and get it out of the zone. Desperately needed clear for Penn State.
This one is swept near side. Couldn't handle that pass. That time was Finley. And now Cameron Chandler trying to move it in. Second power play unit for Rowan. Finley. And we have a whistle. Not sure what for.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that whistle was for. It looks like it's going to be an offside.
Do believe that was the call. Maybe it was a delayed offside. They just...
And then touched up late.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little strange. We're still trying to figure out all these new angles in the St. James.
This is Cutler. Once again, thank you to everyone for joining us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We are so excited to have 10 games for you this weekend. We did 12 last year, 10 this year, and the showcase is something to behold. Always a fun weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one being my first one. I heard last year you did 12 games. I don't know how you pulled that off. 10 already seems like way too much for us to do in one weekend.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We will make it work. Out moves Rowan now. Far side, it's Cameron Chandler. Chandler dangles around a couple right to the front. They score! It's Milliken on the rebound. What a play by Cameron Chandler. And it's Rowan who strikes first.
What a play by Cameron Chandler is right. Wow, some great dangles in the offensive zone, going down to the right circle, taking it in alone, getting a shot off the pad of McFadden. And McFadden has the answer on the first one, but Connor Milliken left alone for that rebound opportunity. He's got an empty net. Easy goal for Rowan early on, and the officials are going to have a little discussion here. I think we may have had an early timeout call by Penn State.
Interesting. So a timeout for the Ice Lions. They will talk things over and try to settle the group down.
This feels like a very odd situation to call a timeout in.
Yeah,
Andrew.
I mean, there are situations where you can use a timeout early in the game. I don't know if down 1-0 is the spot, especially when
you've been outplaying them so far.
You've been controlling the play, so Maybe it was something more specific, but nevertheless, teams will talk things over.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very productive power play for Rowan. They kept the puck in the zone almost the entire time, but as soon as that power play ended, Penn State got right back to their game of blocking shots and getting offense going the other way.
Oh, what a beautiful move by Chandler that was around the defenseman, setting up Connor Milliken. The forward from Glassboro, New Jersey, gets his team on the board first.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play right there by Chandler. I mean, just those dangles around the defender to get in alone on McFadden. And that first shot was still a good quality shot. McFadden had to make a tough save with his pad, and unfortunately for him, his whole defense was just lagging behind, and Connor Milliken was in alone with the puck in an empty net.
And Connor Milliken doing his job as that second forward, crashing the net, and he gets rewarded.
Yep, job of F2, pick up those rebounds, and then F3's waiting at the point in case it comes out one more time.
As we get going again, 1-0 Rowan. Just about 8 minutes remaining here in the first period. This one is fired off a stick and wide. That time it was Knoll. This one is swept to the point, but taken now by Carson Downs of Penn State. He'll play it near side. It'll be dumped in. Kromchik back for it. They battle for possession. It'll be Downs in the far corner. Comes back towards the point. Good, trying to keep. Kromchik will move it out to center. But Penn State moving right back in. Downs has Knoll in a spin cycle right to the front. Stopped by Booth. The rebound goes to the corner, and it's cleared by Rowan.
Good stop there from Jake Booth. That was a golden chance for Carson Downs. Coming in there against, was that Kromchik?
It was Evan Knoll.
Evan Knoll. Working against Evan Knoll right there. Carson Downs using his body to force a shot in on Jake Booth. Number 31 for Rowan, standing tall in his crease.
And Evan Knoll, he had his back to the puck. Carson Downs doing all sorts of things to him.
Yeah, if you're a defenseman, that's the last thing you want is to have your back to a puck.
Absolutely. And look out here, interception. Milliken a shot. He scores! Connor Milliken, his second in as many minutes. And it's 2-0 Rowan.
Great steal there by Connor Milliken. A defensive lapse from Christian Short. Trying to do a pass in his defensive zone. Looked like he didn't look up. Connor Milliken was standing right in that lane. Comes in alone on McFadden. Rips it high blocker. 2-0 Profs with 7:20 left in the first period. What a goal by Milliken.
Great play, and Connor Milliken putting the team on his back. It is 2-0 in favor of Rowan as we get going again.
And when Maryland played Penn State, that was something that we noticed from Christian Short. He was trying to make a lot of slow passes in the defensive zone. It came back to bite him a couple of times in those games against the Terps, and it did it right there again.
Always a terrible place to turn the puck over, right at your defensive blue line, and it costs Penn State that time.
Icing.
As we get an icing call against Penn State, it looks like. So faceoff will come back near goaltender Christopher McFadden.
Yep, sets up another offensive zone draw for the Profs right here. 2 goals in quick succession for Rowan, and now they're going to get another offensive zone opportunity. They've really flipped the script after that slow start.
Tim Shizhin, near side, it's McGuire. They're trying to move it out. Penn State in their own end now. It will come out to center. Xander Faust moves in. Faust, McGuire trying to dangle to the middle. Puck still sitting there, and now it squirts behind the net. Riccardi trying to sweep it around, but not out. As we get a penalty coming here, and this one's going to go against Rowan.
Yep, their signal is a high stick, and it's actually going to go against the Ice Lions, it looks like.
Christopher McFadden started skating to the bench.
And it's going to be on Xander Faust. They get him for a high stick in the offensive zone.
I apologize. I saw McFadden going to the bench. I saw the arm up, and I just figured. But a high stick call against Xander Faust. So Rowan right back to the power play with a chance to really put a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, that's something you never want to see if you're Penn State. Taking an offensive zone penalty to give away what was a promising possession. Xander Faust had a couple of chances down low. Ends up taking a high stick, and now the Profs are right back to that power play, which had a lot of good looks on its first attempt.
Especially a stick penalty like high sticking, something easier said than done, but easily avoidable in a situation like that in the offensive zone, something a coach hates, absolutely hates.
Yeah, sometimes you just get carried away trying to go for the puck, end up lifting up your stick to get a little bit of extra speed, and you slap somebody across the face.
At the point now, it's Cutler. He'll walk, and he'll give it to Duffy. Excuse me, that was Finley. And this is intercepted by Chase Timshishin, and he will lift this high up and all the way down the ice.
Really slow clear by Timshishin right there. This Penn State penalty kill seems to have adjusted from that first power play opportunity from Rowan. They're doing a lot better at getting into those passing lanes. They know the looks the profs are looking for, and they've made good adjustments.
Rowan's going to move out of their own end now. This is Riley Rudolph. He'll enter the zone on the left side. Rudolph will stop up in the corner. And a backhand pass right to the middle, a dangerous one as no one was there. And forced to regroup at center is Nicholas Thomas.
He was trying to get to Zangara at the point. Zangara was trying to pinch down low. A little bit of miscommunication from the profs right there, and they're lucky it didn't turn into a breakaway for the Ice Lions.
So Thomas dangling in. Look out! Thomas trying to drag. Good stick by Zach Good. Oh, my goodness. Nicholas Thomas.
Yeah, Nicholas Thomas getting stonewalled by Zach Good right there. He was trying to do it all himself. Number 5 for the Ice Lions with the recovery and that poke check late.
As this one hits a body of an Ice Lion, goes back out to center. It's Riley Rudolph. Near side, JT Zangara. He will survey his options. He'll go far side with it. Look out, intercepted. Wes Schwarzmiller to the middle. Schwarzmiller, and he just puts it wide.
Booth was ready for that shot, sticking out the glove, charging on Schwarzmiller to cut off that shooting angle. Schwarzmiller tries to go high glove on him. Rips it just high, but a nice shorthanded opportunity for the Ice Lions as this penalty to Xander Faust comes to an end, and we're back to even strength.
Schwarzmiller trying to move back in shorthanded also. And it'll be swept in this time by Carter Wyatt. McFadden stops behind his net. And it's Wick Ross. Schwarzmiller on one hand on his stick. He'll move it out to center. And taking over for the Rowan Profs was Cutler. He moves it to center. Look out there. That was Schuster who hit the ice. This is Ben Grasser now. Young right to the front. Big save by Jake Booth coming out to cut off the angle.
Nice stop there by Jake Booth on Young, but what caused that was the big physicality from Ben Grasser keeping it in at the blue line to create that possession. As we get a point shot there from Austin Lambert, squeezed by Booth to set up another offensive zone draw for the Ice Lions. That was a nice play by Grasser at the blue line. Rowan was about to get that puck out of the zone, force the Ice Lions to reset. Ben Grasser using his body to force a turnover and put it in deep yet again.
And how about this start from Jake Booth? He has been solid.
Sure has. 7 for 7 so far in this one, and he has looked like a brick wall up there. Very confident, charging against plays.
That last save, he came out to cut off the angle. It was so smooth and calm. Made a really nice stop. Made it look easy.
Yeah. Those breakaway shots are always a tough one for goalies, but he made that one look effortless on Schwarzmiller and Young afterwards.
So this is Timshishin, right near his own blue line. Gives it right to David Cutler of the Profs, and he will play it back for Frateroli. In center, Penn State trying to get some movement going, but it's an icing against the Ice Lions, so this faceoff will come all the way back down.
Yeah, Penn State trying to get through this suffocating Rowan possession game by doing a lot of passing, trying to throw them off their positioning, getting into different lanes, end up doing one pass too many right there, rip it off the boards, turns into an icing. And that's a sort of tired group of skaters for the Ice Lions. They've had this unit out there for about a minute and a half now.
This is Knoll. He'll walk and shoot. It was blocked up in the air. Oh, it went in. Oh, my goodness. Evan Knoll, some trickery from the point. That puck just wanted to be in the net. There's nothing else you can say about it. It's 3-0 Rowan.
There's nothing else you can say about that one for sure. Alex McGuire did everything right on that play. Cut off the shooting angle from Knoll, blocked it with his knee. It went sky high. McFadden lost it in the lights here at St. James. Ends up going over his back and into the net. I think that's going to be a goal for Evan Knoll. I don't think it touched anybody aside from that initial deflection by Alex McGuire.
That's unbelievable. That happened in slow motion, and I think it went bar down on a flutterer from the point.
I think that you're right, Andrew. That puck just kept on going. McFadden thought that it was going to surely go out of play or at the very least go above his cage.
Unbelievable. So Evan Knoll gets his team on the board once again. It is 3-0 in favor of the Profs on only 6 shots.
Yeah.
And look at another turnover. That time it was McFadden who gave it away, but Penn State will survive that one.
Yeah, you're right. Only 6 shots so far for Rowan, but boy, have they had some quality chances. Right now they've got McFadden rocking a .500 save percentage.
Evan Partridge in deep. This will be swept around, but not out. That was Knoll trying to clear. Partridge to the middle. Look out here. It's Springford Thomas. Can he get there? McFadden will come out and play it, and he will do so cleanly.
Great play there by Christopher McFadden. Ends up icing the puck, actually.
But a smart play to come out and take the breakaway opportunity away from Nicholas Thomas.
Yeah, Nicholas Thomas got sprung there. The puck was always just a couple of steps in front of him. He was trying to catch up with it. McFadden noticed he had a little bit of clearance, decided to go out and charge it instead of letting Thomas try to get a shot in on him. Good job by McFadden to realize that he could beat Thomas to the puck and also clear it out of harm's way.
But again, that's a turnover right at your own blue line by Penn State that almost led to that chance. So Penn State will have to clean things up as this game continues.
Yeah, they've really got to tighten up those blue line passes between their defensemen. That's where a lot of their turnovers have started. They're doing a lot of very slow passes. They need to either pick up the pace or add some more sauce to them if they want to prevent those turnovers from continuing the rest of the way here.
And you best believe that Rowan sees that. And if you're Rowan, you force those D-to-D passes, force them to make those tough plays, and that's where mistakes are going to come from.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how Milliken's goal was set up. Christian Short was trying to do one of those D-to-D passes, ended up doing it from his own zone, and that's why it came in so quick on McFadden.
Moving back in is Penn State. Ross will drag and shoot. That was blocked. A good block that time by Carter Jones.
And he's still smarting a little bit. That was a hard shot from Wick Ross right there.
Down to the final minute of this first period. 3-0 Rowan. Does Penn State have a response in the final minutes of the period? Grasser taking it away from Zangara. Trying to cut to the middle. Rudolph steps in to help. This will be flung towards the net. Caught up in the equipment, that time, of Riccardi. And now it's Schwarzmiller.
Yeah, Dominic Riccardi didn't seem to know where that puck was. He could felt it hit him and was just looking for it behind his own cage.
Schwarzmiller, one hand on his stick, plays that to the point, but coming right off the bench that time was Karakavadis, and he intercepts. Karakavadis in, trying to pull the trigger. Right to the middle, a shot! That was blocked by Lambert. Final 20 seconds of the period.
Good rush there by Rowan. Karakavadis doing it all himself, taking it down low, then finding that slot opportunity that's snuffed out by Austin Lambert.
Final 10 seconds, fluttered toward the net, looking for the tip was Karakavadis.
Karakavadis has been all over it this shift. Great tip opportunity right there, waving his stick in front of McFadden. If he got any contact on it, it's probably 4-0 for the Profs. But the Ice Lions are going to escape with just a 3-goal deficit after one.
So that will do it for 20 minutes of play. 3-0 is your score. The Profs all over the Ice Lions to start this one. We will head to the break. We will see you for the second period.
She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Mike's going on. You ready? I got you. Take your time.
All right, all good.
Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for period 2 between Penn State and Rowan. And behind us, St. Joseph's up 3-0 right now on East Carolina. 3-0 is also the score here.
That one seems to be a more lopsided game, though. St. Joe's out shooting East Carolina 21-8 right now.
Jeez.
This one, shots are 7 apiece, but Rowan's got the 3-0 advantage.
So we are ready for puck drop in period 2. It was Milliken who had 2 goals for Rowan, and then Evan Knoll with one of the wilder goals you'll see. Made it 3-0, and that is where we stand as we get going.
Sure was one of the wilder goals you'll ever see. I mean, if you're Alex McGuire, you've just got to be kicking yourself in the locker room about that one. That's a play where you do everything right, and it just ends up in the back of your own net.
And moving right back in is Rowan. There's a shot that was blocked that time by Tim Shizhin and was shot just wide by Thomas.
Chase Tim Shizhin really feeling that one. Clicked off of his elbow. He's not putting a lot of pressure on his right arm right there, only holding the stick with his left hand for the most part.
Back at center, Riccardi. He will lift this near side. Rudolph, backhand pass, he'll put it in. Icing canceled out. In deep is Thomas. Thomas will swing it towards the front, goes through the crease. Now it's Rudolph. Down low, Zangara has it hop over his stick. Schwarzmiller takes a check. Zangara to the point. Riccardi. He'll put it right back in deep. Rowan needs a change, and they're going to get one, but look out. It's a slow one, and here comes Penn State.
Poorly timed change there by Rowan.
Here's Grasser on his backhand, trying to go around. Cutler meets him behind the net. Grasser swings it near side. First one there, Faust. Faust plays it to the middle, but right into Rowan possession. Zangara will dump. He's at the end of a shift.
Yeah, Props really got away with one right there. That was a horrible time change by Rowan. Decided to take the forwards off right as Ben Grasser had possession. He was all alone, and there was nobody ahead of him throughout the entire neutral zone. They're lucky that Penn State decided to just go low in the corner instead of charging in on Jake Booth.
Frateroli, he'll put this off the glass. It does get out to center, so it will be offside against Penn State. As Andy just said, 7-7 are the shots.
Got another neutral zone face-off right here.
Face-off right in front of the Penn State bench. Face-off won back by Penn State. Zach Good. He'll move up towards the red line. Loses possession, though. Keeley recovers. And Penn State will move it up ice. Tipped in by Szymanski. Frateroli back for it. Has it go by him. And they battle 2-on-2 on the near wall. Moving up towards the point, trying to muscle it out.
They will.
And it will. Good play that time. Josh Bianchi.
Bianchi using his physicality right there, just slowly inching that puck further and further away from his goalie. Got it close enough to the blue line that it squared out to center, forcing the ice lines to reset.
Evan Partridge, he'll spin towards the middle. Put it towards the net, but Frateroli intercepts. Look out, the other way. Moving in is Duffy. He shoots one low, and a save by McFadden.
Couple of chances both ways. On one side, Penn State with an opportunity in close. Ethan Szymanski looking for a deflection. Ends up becoming a turnover and a breakaway the other way for Daniel Duffy. Christopher McFadden with the stop right there. Good recovery by number 31 for the Ice Lions as he makes another stop there on Evan Knoll.
That time with the blocker on Evan Knoll, who had the goal earlier.
A little bit of a different shot than his goal was right
A little
there.
bit. Moving right to the front, a backhand shot. Saved by McFadden. It goes in, but the whistle had blown.
Quick whistle there from the officials. Evan Schuster looking in disbelief right now. He thought he had a goal for Rowan. He's going to also get some support from Carter Wyatt. Both of them are going to talk with the officials about that quick whistle. As that puck was clearly in the net, the first backhand shot saved by McFadden. That's what drew the whistle, and then the rebound ended up behind him.
That's where we need instant replay.
Yeah.
That's where we need it. We need a net cam, get the bird's eye angle.
Yeah.
Might have had a different call, but nonetheless, it stays 3-0.
But, I mean, that's a situation where the official offside the puck, so he blew the play dead. There's nothing you can even do about it. Even if you had instant replay, it's a non-challengeable play. That's the opinion of the official that the puck had been sufficiently covered up by the goaltender.
Right at center, it'll be dumped in by Schuster. Lambert. Near side, a hit laid, that time by Kromchik, and he'll dump it in.
Kromchik using his body in neutral right there to set up another opportunity here for the Profs as he did a little dump and chase, and he'll turn it over right here as Downs stripped it away from him.
Downs trying to dive to make that play. Swept far side by Kromchik. Now Ross moving up towards it. And it's Milliken. He takes a hit. No penalty. Near side, it's Lambert. Lambert's got room. He's going to take it.
He's got numbers, too.
Lambert. He's going to fire this one low. Big rebound. Schwarzmiller couldn't handle it. And back comes Rowan.
Schwarzmiller overskating that rebound just a little bit. So
Shot.
Lambert was shooting for a rebound right there, and we had a similar play the other way for Rowan.
That time it was Nicholas Thomas looking for the rebound.
Numbers
Schwarzmiller.
again.
He's going to shoot, blocked by Riccardi. Schwarzmiller still got it. Behind the net. Backhand pass to the point. Tim Shizhin will shoot. That just goes wide.
He had Booth sliding. Tim Shizhin probably, if he sees that one on replay, he'll wish he shot it blocker's side. Wink glove. If he goes blocker, it's probably 3-1 right now.
This is kept in at the point by Penn State. Swept right on net and tipped up into the netting, that time by Young.
Carson Young going for the deflection right there, ends up hitting it into the netting, but a good opportunity for the Ice Lions. Schwarzmiller with a pair of chances. The first one just overskated it off that rebound. The second one, he came in alone on Jake Booth and then chased him Shizhin probably with the best chance of them all. He caught Booth sliding to his left, overplaying that one pass, ends up choosing the wrong side of the net. If he tries to shoot on the blocker's side, like I said before, it's probably a goal for the Ice Lions. Instead, he goes glove and misses just wide.
This is played all the way back down after it. Tim Shizhin. He's going to stop up behind his goalie. Penn State will move it out now. Back in his own end is Cutler. Cutler's got pressure. Swept towards the point. It will get out, and Chase Tim Shizhin will have to go back for it. Tim Shizhin, again, he'll stop behind his net, wait for things to open up, and now he'll get moving. He'll give to his defensive partner, and right back to Tim Shizhin. This will be played in deep. Frateroli now for Rowan. Trying to move out on his own, and he will.
Good pressure there by Xander Faust, making it an unclean entry, but now it's a 2-on-1.
Right to the middle. Frateroli just puts that one high and wide.
Frateroli was getting pressured by Faust right there. I think his stick may have caught a chunk of that puck, forcing it to go high and wide.
This will be dumped in by Penn State, and it's Cutler. From his own end, off the wall, intercepted. This is Zach Good. Good splits his way in. Good across, looking for a teammate cutting to the net. It was Keeley.
Trying to hit Alex McGuire in that pass right there. Zach Good coming in on the left circle. He had McGuire to his right. Pass was just broken up enough by Rowan to prevent that high danger opportunity there for the Ice Lions. But Penn State's really picked up the pace here. They're doing a good job of being physical and maintaining possession in that offensive zone. However, they're still having those lapses on the defensive passing. There have been a lot of turnovers that have resulted in odd man rushes for Rowan, and that's how they scored 2 of their goals in the first period. Penn State not fully adjusted on that front quite yet.
13.5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Score is still 3-0. Shots in favor of Rowan 10-8. Face-off is won back by Penn State. Swept around near side. Partridge will tip it out. Back forward is Knoll. He'll chop it away from a couple Penn State Ice Lions. And now the big defenseman, Kromchik, will put it off the glass, but not out. And now it'll be taken out by Duffy. Duffy will dump it in. They battle in the near corner. Bianchi battling there. Comes behind the net now for Penn State. Swept around. Knoll keeps for the moment.
Still will.
In his skates, and it'll be kept in. Duffy puts it behind the net. Zach Good off the glass out to center. Partridge.
That looked like it might have clicked off the netting. We'll see if Penn State's going to get away with it. We'll see if they can create a rush out of it.
And that one goes off the post. That was Szymanski streaking down the right side, putting it off the post.
He had Jake Booth beat big time going low on the glove side. Ethan Szymanski streaking in on that right end, ripping a hard wrist shot just below the glove of Jake Booth. He had him beat cleanly. Unfortunately for him, he hit iron instead of net.
Back comes Penn State. It's Downs in the middle trying to pull the trigger. At the point of shot, it was tipped, and it goes wide.
Wick Ross with the deflection right there, trying to go and fool Jake Booth with a little change of direction in tight.
And back in moves Rowan right to the front. They score! It's Dominic Riccardi. What a pass!
That was a great pass right there from Evan Schuster, creating the play, forcing that turnover at the top of the defensive zone like Rowan's done so well all day. Evan Schuster jumping into that passing lane, sending it up the other way, coming in on the left side, and he's got Riccardi diving to the center right there, who gets the deflection in tight on McFadden. No chance for number 31 for the Ice Lions. It's 4-0 Profs with 11:57 to go here in the second period.
So the Profs continue the beatdown. They are now up by 4 on the Ice Lions.
Great passing right there.
Yeah, that
Andrew.
really was. And only on 11 shots, so doing it efficiently too. As this is offside against Penn State.
Yeah, you bring that up with the 11 shots, but I still think Christopher McFadden's had a solid day so far for the Ice Lions.
Absolutely.
All of those Profs goals have either been defensive breakdowns or deflections in tight or that crazy bounce for the Evan Knoll one. Just a lot of unfortunate breaks for Christopher McFadden. Stat sheet really not doing him justice right now.
This will come out to center. Penn State has control. It'll be dumped in. 11.5 minutes remaining in the period. Riley Rudolph has pressure. Milliken, he'll give it to his teammate, that is Thomas, and out to center. This is Chandler. Chandler to the middle. Chandler's going to shoot one, saved by McFadden, couldn't handle the rebound.
McFadden trying to get that one in his glove, ends up hitting him in the wrist, bouncing dangerously in front of him. Luckily, he's got some help right there to carry it out of the zone.
This is Schwarzmiller. Dangerous unit here for Penn State. Can they strike? In his own end, Riccardi turns it over, but Riccardi gets it back. Schwarzmiller couldn't handle it.
Riccardi's going to be taking a deep sigh of relief as he skates off to the bench right there. Bad turnover, and then immediately recovers, forcing another one to get it out of the zone for Rowan.
That was the wrong guy to give it to as well, as Wes Schwarzmiller was waiting to pull the trigger.
Yeah, Wes Schwarzmiller has had a pair of golden opportunities here in this second period. He has been all over it for the Ice Lions. If you're going to turn it over to somebody, you got to pick a different person.
Pick someone else. 10:50 on the clock. Shots 12-9 in favor of Rowan. Obviously the score in favor of Rowan as well. Pretty hefty. It's 4-0.
They've got a goal on a third of their shots right now, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a tough save percentage.
Yeah.
But again, stat sheet not doing him justice. Near side, it'll be played toward the Rowan end. Swept right back out to center by Frateroli, and it's Zach Good for Penn State. Off the stick of Zangara. Penn State will have to go back for it. Good. He'll get his head up and move it out, but this goes all the way down right on net, so no icing. Booth will sweep it aside. Cutler has 2 Penn State Ice Lions on him. And a good keep by Lambert.
Really good keep by Lambert right there. That was looking to be another odd man rush for Rowan, and they score!
It's Xander Faust right in front. The turnover, the pass to the front, and Penn State is on the board.
That was Austin Lambert starting that play right there, forcing the turnover at the point, keeping it in the offensive zone, feeds it down low, and Xander Faust makes no mistake in tight. Great job there by Penn State, and they're back in this one. It's 4-1.
So Penn State not going anywhere. They get themselves on the board, and it's back to a 3-goal deficit.
Yep.
Bianchi can't move it forward. This is Lambert now moving in. Penn State right back. Shot was blocked. Behind the net, it's Knoll. He's going to sweep it around far side. It will not get out to center. Good keep by Ross.
Very reminiscent of the goal play right here. Keeping at the point. We'll see if Penn State does the same.
Lambert throws it towards the net. It hits some bodies. And they battle for possession right near the blue line. Rowan still can't move it out. Now they do. And Ethan Szymanski back in his own end.
Yeah, Penn State seems to have seized that momentum shift right now. They're doing a really good job of keeping possession. Some key keep-ins at the point right there.
Ross shoots one looking short side high, and a shoulder save by Booth.
I don't know if Booth thought he was going to go short side right there. He seemed really surprised they had to lift up that shoulder late.
It's a tough shot. A righty coming down the left side, trying to put it short side, but Ross had a good effort at it. They battle right in front of us here. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Schuster, Knoll, Lambert, Partridge is in there, and it comes out now. It's Carson Downs. Downs will shoot, save. Rebound, Partridge right to the front. Stopped by Booth.
That was nearly deflected in by Liam Ladd. Jake Booth almost fooled by his own guy, number 15, trying to sweep out that rebound, ends up creating a prime chance for the Ice Lions.
Downs moving towards the goal. The pressure from Penn State continues to mount. Partridge looking to the front. Behind the net, it's Downs. Loses it to Kromchik. And Rowan will safely move out to center. But they turn it right back over. Moving in now, Downs. Penn State will take it low. Behind the net. To the point now. He'll go across. It's Tim Shizhin, a shot saved by Booth. And he covers.
Booth's going to take a deep breath right here. That was a crazy sequence for the Ice Lions. A couple of key turnovers forced in neutral to set up offensive plays. Excuse me on the stream, everybody, for that one. But, yeah, a couple of key turnovers by Penn State forced in neutral right there, and it looks like Rowan's going to respond with their timeout. A couple of really weird timeout calls in this one for us already.
I get this one.
This one makes a little bit more sense than the first one to me.
Just with Penn State building the pressure that they have been in the last couple of minutes. And the goalies will
tap blockers.
Did they?
It looked like Booth was definitely reaching out. I'm not sure if McFadden reciprocated.
I don't know. All right, maybe a little goalie beef.
I'm not sure what they would be beefing.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know.
Maybe McFadden just doesn't really want to talk to people
He might just be upset.
Looking at that shots on goal, seeing that he's got 4 in on 12 shots and knowing he's played so much better than that.
But his team trying to drag him right back into this one as Penn State has been mounting and mounting.
Yeah, great goal there by Xander Faust to get them back into this one, and some really good chances. Best one, in my opinion, was that short side opportunity for Wick Ross. Ripping that shot from the left circle, sort of surprising Jake Booth on that one. Had to make a late adjustment to recover for that short side shot. He thought he was going high glove all the way.
And if you're Rowan, just keep doing what you've been doing this whole game, getting it out of your own end cleanly, moving through center, getting those clean zone entries, and dominating on the forecheck. That is how they're going to maintain this lead. It's a 4-1 lead at the moment.
Yep, and then they've also got to continue being opportunistic when Penn State makes those slow passes between their defensemen. They've done a really good job so far this afternoon of taking advantage of those lazy passes going from point to point on the blue line. If they see another one of those, they've got to be prepared to jump on it again.
8 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. That is the time remaining here in the second period. Shots are even at 12. Face off to the left of Jake Booth.
There will be a face-off.
There will. It is won by Penn State. Young will push this in. Near side, Milliken will sweep it out to center. It's a 2-on-1 for Rowan. Chandler to the middle looking for Thomas. It was broken up. Good play, Tim Shizhin.
Chase Tim Shizhin using a really good stick right there, perfectly timing his dive to prevent that passing play as Thomas was looking to get a one-timer right there in the 2-on-1.
And back comes Penn State. Fluttered to the middle by Grasser, but it was intercepted. Good play by Milliken to knock it out of the air.
Milliken's been all over it today for Rowan. He was the guy who forced 2 of those key turnovers at the blue line that resulted in goals the other way.
Penn State trying to move back to center, but it's Connor Milliken right there in the way. And now Riley Rudolph. That one bounces over his stick. He'll have to go back for it. 7.5 minutes on the clock. Grasser with the hit.
Heavy check there from Ben Grasser. It's drawing the attention of a few profs. They thought that was a little unnecessary on the boards.
Finley, he'll put it off the wall. And now Carter Jones will try to sweep it in, but it doesn't get deep enough. Finley will do so. And it's Zach Good for Penn State. Far side, it's McGuire. He will lift this. Near side. And entering the zone now is Penn State. Good will play this for his partner. And Xander Faust trying to move it in. McGuire will now. Back for it, Rudolph. McGuire on him. Near side, Zangaro will get there first. He will get this out to center, and it will be slow enough for no icing. Playing it is McFadden. A good play there.
A little aggressive there from McFadden. If I was in goal right there, I probably would have let that one be, but good awareness by number 31. He was smarter than me on that play.
Took the initiative. Look out. Faust to the middle. He puts that just over the net.
The man who already has one goal for Penn State with another opportunity right there as Zach Good's shot is deflected early and goes out of play. Xander Faust nearly getting his second of the game in alone on the right circle. It was just him and Jake Booth. Jake Booth has the answer. And it'll keep it at 4-1 Rowan with 6:16 to go here in the second.
So we are over halfway through this one. And don't forget, we still have 2 other games today to call here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We will have Maryland and UNC after this one right here on this rink. And then after that, it will be Delaware and Virginia Tech on the rink behind us. So make sure you stay tuned in on the Maryland Hockey Network all day long and all weekend long because we got plenty of hockey for you.
Yeah, I'm real excited for that Maryland-UNC game. You've given me a little teaser about how nice those Tar Heel jerseys look on the ice.
They're so nice. It's just that baby blue. It does something, man. It does something. Back for it, Ross. He'll play this at center. Keeley. Now to Partridge. Intercepted by Rowan. Ladd couldn't handle the pass. And it's back and forth at center ice. Ross. He'll move it up to Szymanski. And right back comes Cutler for Rowan. Cutler will enter the zone. He'll give to Ladd. Tipped away by Lambert. And it's Austin Lambert who will move away with it.
Something to keep a note of, Andrew. That play looked like it was caused as I'll let you take over here.
Szymanski, Lambert, what a diving play that time. It was Duffy. Are you kidding me?
Great play by Duffy right there as we get a little bit of a post-whistle check from David Cutler. But as I was saying before, that first odd man rush for Rowan, something that's coming into play is those interfering whistles. It looked like Penn State sort of froze in neutral. They thought that may have been whistled down for offside. Instead, it turns into a 3-on-2 for Rowan as all the Ice Lions froze on the ice waiting for the faceoff to reset. Rowan gets a good chance in on Christopher McFadden right there. And then the other way, nearly a goal for Austin Lambert. Great play by Daniel Duffy to break up that passing by the Ice Lions.
A perfect slide and the extension of the stick by Duffy. Picture perfect.
Textbook defensive play right there.
We have a penalty. It's going to be Cutler for that after the whistle check right by his own net. So Penn State now with a chance to pull this within 2 as they will hit the power play.
From what I recall from our time up in State College, this Penn State power play loves taking shots from the point and going for deflections in tight. We'll see if that was just a game plan for Maryland or if they try to do the same here.
Face-off 1 back by Schwarzmiller, almost too perfect. It split the defenseman. So Szymanski at center. Schwarzmiller. In the middle, it's Grasser. Trying to play it across the ice. This will be Rudolph, and he makes no mistake about that one.
Good early penalty killing here from Rowan. A couple of quick clears, getting in those passing lanes early on, forcing Penn State to move a lot more than they want to early on in this power play.
Near side, it's Grasser. Grasser will enter the zone. He will play this into the middle. Partridge trying to pull the trigger. He will settle it for Schwarzmiller. Tim Shishin at the point. Schwarzmiller. He's going to shoot it. That was blocked by Riccardi.
Going for the deflection from Partridge in tight. He had all of the vision of Booth blocked.
Tim Shishin at the point. He goes across at Szymanski. He's going to shoot this. It's tipped right in front by Grasser, but it just goes over the net. And, Andy, you called it, looking for those deflections right in front.
Sure did. Ben Grasser with the most recent one. Evan Partridge nearly with one right before that. Penn State getting a lot of long-range shots and going for late changes of direction to try and fool Jake Booth.
And Tim Shijan with the speed, splitting through the defense, but a good stop by Booth.
Looked like it caught everybody on the ice off guard right there, and that's another chance in tight. Stop by Booth.
McGuire behind the end line. He will move out towards the point. This one is played far side. There's a shot. That one hit the outside of the post.
Deep breath there for Jake Booth. He's been all over it on this penalty kill. That one had him beat cleanly on the glove side. Clings off the iron and tipped in tight. Score!
What a pass. That time from Christian Short. He's got Carson Downs right in front. And Penn State on the power play pulls back within 2.
Just like I said going into this power play, the Ice Lions love taking those long-range shots and going for deflections in tight. That shot coming from number 16, Christian Short. He sent it down low to the crease. Carson Downs in perfect position. Jake Booth has no chance with a change of direction in that tight. Carson Downs got right around all the Rowan defenders. He was left alone. Easy tap in right there. And it's 4-2 now with 3:30 to go in the second period.
So this game far from over. Penn State creeping back into this one. This is Carson Downs, the most recent goal scorer. He'll give it across for Ross. And on the backhand to the middle, it's Downs. In comes Penn State again. Downs trying to cut to the front. It was taken away by Kromchik.
Big defenseman right there using his body and that long stick to force a turnover as Downs was looking for a one-timer in the slot. He nearly had back-to-back goals.
Cameron Chandler trying to move out. Far side, Finley into the middle, Chandler. Chandler makes a move to the outside. He'll shoot one low. Easy stop for McFadden.
McFadden getting his confidence back up. There have been a few low-danger chances for Rowan just bouncing off of his pads or his blocker. As that one was a little bit more dangerous. Yeah. Barely getting a piece of that with the blocker. Deflects it into the corner.
Knoll again will shoot that one. That might have hit the side of the net. And Knoll will pinch in from the point. Chandler on his backhand to Finley. Off of Lambert. This will go all the way around the wall and out to center.
Good positioning there by Austin Lambert. Finley was trying to get that cross-crease pass going. Good timing by Lambert to dive to a knee right there and break it up and send it into neutral.
Shots are still even at 17 apiece now. Young, far side, trying to play it to Grasser. Right back moves Rowan. It'll be dumped in. McFadden stops. And this will be swung in deep, that time by Karakavadis. Back comes Penn State, Grasser to the middle. Young, Schwarzmiller trying to get his way around Cutler. That didn't work.
A lot of bad passing in the defensive zone by Penn State, leading to that offensive zone rush, and here's a chance.
Karakavadis carries it to the corner. Playing it into the middle now. He was looking for a teammate that was Schuster, but it was tipped away.
Good stick there by Austin Lambert. Again, getting into that passing lane. He did on the most recent Rowan possession. Does it again right there. Number 24 in blue has had a lot of good deflections to break up passes. And here we go in tight. And it's 4-3. Carson Young with his... Is that one his second?
The first one was Faust. The last one was...
That's right.
So it's Carson Young. And just like that, it's a one-goal game. Do you believe what we're seeing?
Wes Schwartzmiller taking it in on the left side right there. Getting around Jonathan Kromchik, the big defenseman for Rowan. Carson Young, the only other player with him. After he got around Kromchik, he had an easy pass to the front. One-timer. Young made no mistake, and it's 4-3 now. With 1:22 to go here in the second period, Penn State's nearly clawed all the way back from that 4-0 hole.
Rowan had 3 in the first, and Penn State responds with 3 in the second. Rowan now down to a 1-goal lead. And a big hit at center, taking the brunt of that one, was Nicholas Thomas.
Yeah, he's still feeling it, and he responds with a big check on Xander Faust right there.
As tensions begin to rise here at the St. James. Down to the final minute of this second period. Rudolph, he's going to put this off the wall. Cameron Chandler, can he skate into it? No icing. Chandler with Tim Shijan on him. Thomas coming in to help. And it'll be taken out now by Xander Faust. Final 40 seconds of the period. McGuire plays it to the middle. And Chandler trying to move it for a teammate. Rudolph will send this one in.
Yeah, it's almost like Rowan started playing on their heels after they got that 4-0 lead. A lot more lazy passing. They're letting Penn State get a lot more offensive zone possession and take those preferred shots instead of just ripping low danger chances from the point and hoping they get a deflection late. Rowan needs to make some adjustments as we head into this third period, but they're not out of the woods quite yet. So that was a dangerous play for Jake Booth.
Look out here, Zangara to the middle. Jones! And he's hooked, or it's a slash. That's the penalty.
It's going to be Evan Partridge heading off for the Ice Lions, I think.
A slash is the call with 1 second on the clock, but what a chance there for Carter Jones in the waning seconds of the period.
Yeah, Carter Jones forcing a turnover in neutral, coming in alone on Christopher McFadden. McFadden gets his pad on it, but Carter Jones drew a big slash right there.
So Penn State will head to the box.
And I think Rowan's asking why it isn't a penalty shot. They thought that Carter Jones had a clear breakaway right there and was interfered with, and the officials are going to discuss it one more time, and they'll go with just a 2-minute minor.
And now Rowan going to pull Jake Booth with 1.5 seconds on the clock. So Rowan going aggressive here on this final face-off, seeing if they can pull off something.
Yeah, get that sixth man out there. Basically just anything that you win backwards, you can try and rip a one-timer quick on Christopher McFadden, so like this decision here from the Rowan coaching staff.
So it's a 6-on-4 for the moment. And Rowan trying to figure out who they want on the ice. So 6 players in white,
and they're
4
all going
in
to
blue.
the right side.
This is going to be 1 forward, but not towards the net. So that is going to do it for the second period. Penn State has clawed their way back into this one, and we are going to have some third period on our hands here from the St. James. But that will do it for the second. We will see you back for the third.
thinking about taking tomorrow's game off because of his finger.
Yeah.
But then he's like, but there's too many people missing. And just for bodies, he needs to be there. So.
All right, let's get the bug back up there too. Yep.
Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. Third period action coming your way from the St. James, and it is certain to be an entertaining one as Penn State has clawed and clawed and clawed their way back. They are within one goal. They found themselves down 4-0 earlier in this game. It is 4-3. So here we go in the most important period of the game.
Yeah, Rowan jumping out to that 4-0 lead early in the second period, and then Penn State's slowly been chipping away at that giant cushion the Profs built for themselves. Rowan started to play on their heels after they got that 4-0 lead, had a couple of defensive lapses, and Penn State took advantage to get back to 4-3. But don't forget that Rowan's currently on the power play right now. With 1.5 seconds left in that second period, you had Carter Jones streaking in on Christopher McFadden, got slashed from behind, and that was a little weird play. It looked like the puck got stuck on the ice.
There was a little puddle there of water from the Zamboni. It did get stuck for a second, but now Rowan will move out and into the offensive zone, try to set up this power play. It comes right to McFadden, and he will cover with about a minute left on the power play.
That's probably exactly what Rowan wanted to do right there.
Yeah.
Just get an offensive zone draw. They couldn't get any clean entries so far. Just force a cover, reset, get your offensive zone draw, and try and set up that power play. Their first two power play opportunities produced a lot of good scoring chances. If they can get a clean setup, they should fare a little bit better.
So this is at the point now. Cutler. He'll move it in deep. Jones. Finley will let it go. This is Cameron Chandler. Back for Finley in the corner. At the point, Cameron Chandler. And Finley once again. He'll move towards the middle. Now Cutler. Trying to float it towards the net. He whiffed.
Not sure if that was a whiff or a fake pass.
I don't know. Jones. He'll go across the ice. Chandler, it skips away from him. And moving into it now is Evan Partridge. Shorthanded. Partridge trying to drag around, but Cameron Chandler with a good defensive play.
Rowan was looking for that cross-ice one-timer right there. Ethan Partridge jumping into that passing lane. Nearly gets a breakaway the other way for the Ice Lions.
Rowan down to their final 15 seconds on the power play.
Best penalty kill that the Ice Lions have had all day. Those first two, they allowed way too many opportunities for Rowan. A lot of cross-crease passing, heavy shots in on Christopher McFadden. This one, they did a really good job of blocking shots and disrupting those passes to get easy clears and kill all the time off of this clock as they are back to even strength here at the St. James.
So more 5-on-5 hockey here in the third period.
Interfering whistle right there results in a little rush for Rowan now.
Moving up is Frateroli. Frateroli trying to dangle around the middle. This is Duffy. He'll play it in deep. There is Bianchi. Bianchi, he's going to spin it, trying to get it in deeper, but it comes right to Penn State. It's Zach Good. Near side, Penn State enters the zone. It's Good. Good to the middle. He drags and shoots and just misses high.
Jake Booth overskated that one, trying to be aggressive right there, throwing his glove out. Gave it a little bit too much room. Zach Good leaving that shot about 2 inches lower, probably ties up the game right there. Not the best positioning from Jake Booth on that one, but he gets away with it. But since that one was deflected out of play, Penn State's going to get another offensive zone draw right here. And you can just kind of feel it coming for the Ice Lions. They've had a lot of consistent pressure for a while now.
Face-off one forward by Schwarzmiller, trying to tip it or chip it up into the top part of the net. But it gets caught up and up into the netting it goes.
That was Evan Knoll who got in the shooting lane right there, using his stick to deflect that one out of play. Great game for number 11 in white. He has been all over the ice offensively and defensively for the Profs.
Face-off one to the far side. Grasser to the point. This one is shot just wide. Moving up is Tim Shizhin. Grasser recovering at the point. He turns it over. This is Finley on Schwarzmiller. Schwarzmiller, good job getting back. And the puck sits behind the Penn State net. Tim Shizhin.
Nice job by Wes Schwarzmiller right there. Ben Grasser with a bad turnover at his own blue line. Got some help from his teammate right there.
As Schwarzmiller's shot was stopped by Booth, and back comes Rowan. Finley, he's going to backhand this one in deep. Zangara sweeps it right to the front. Knoll trying to get there, but back comes Penn State. They have numbers. Schwarzmiller comes down the right side. Backhand pass in deep. Grasser puts it off the back of Booth and in. Are you kidding me? Ben Grasser.
Ben Grasser from zero angle. He had it behind the net, flings it off the back of Jake Booth. Booth was getting ready for a potential deflection by Schwarzmiller in the slot. Instead, Grasser sees how far out he comes, decides to shoot it off the back of Jake Booth, and it ends up in the back of the cage. We are tied here with 16:21 to go in the third. What a game we've seen so far.
Oh, my goodness. What a way to start the showcase for us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Down 4-0 in the second period. Penn State has found their way back. It is 4-4.
And they have all the momentum on their side right now, Andrew. They have played super aggressive since that first goal that got him back into it that made it 4-1 from Xander Faust. Since then, they have been all over Rowan, doing a great job of forcing turnovers and suppressing shots.
And that top line for Penn State doing it again. Ben Grasser with an impossible angle shot gives his team the tie. And back comes Penn State again. Maybe a 2-on-1, but good recovery by Connor Milliken. Now Ross moving up. Takes a stick with him. Takes a hit now. There's a shot from the left side. That was stopped by Booth.
Yeah, Booth looking a little uneasy down there right now. Now it should have been a routine save with his right pad. Seems like he's overthinking things a little bit after that puck went in off of his back.
And Dominic Riccardi still without a stick. He will now be able to retrieve it.
Yeah, Rowan fortunate right there. That one just crossed over the blue line. Would have been an intentional offsides on Penn State so they can get this free clearance. The offensive zone.
As that was tipped on net by Schuster. Schuster gave a little bit of a hook to Keeley, no call. And Penn State trying to move out. They willed, but just barely. Rowan will move it right back in, and Riley Rudolph took a slash, and he is hurt.
Yeah, he sure is. Going slowly to the bench right there. Wanted a penalty call, taking that slash right in neutral ice. Doesn't get anything and just turns into another little bit of back and forth play here.
Here's Szymanski now moving down the right side. Szymanski, he'll leave it there. Now Partridge. Partridge turning away from pressure, trying to dangle right to the front. But Cutler will reverse this one, and it's Mike Frateroli far side.
That was Karakavadis getting in the passing lane right there. Evan Partridge trying to go into the slot. Get another one of those one-timers that have been so effective for the Ice Lions, and Profs have the numbers.
Schuster looking for Karakavadis in the middle. It doesn't connect. And now Penn State takes over.
That was Zach Good cutting off the pass. The second time he's done that today is being the 1 and the 2-on-1. Great game for number 5 in blue defensively.
Here's Frateroli trying to move out on his own. He loses the puck. And this will be swept towards the point, and it will get out. That time it was Wyatt on the clear. Good, trying to find Downs. Don't think he got a piece of it, so it will be icing. And with just about 14 minutes on the clock, this faceoff will come all the way back down into the Penn State defensive zone.
Yeah, I bet right now Rowan wishes they still had that timeout.
Yeah, maybe.
This would be a good time to call it and try and reset your troops after blowing a 4-0 lead. It's 4-4, and they seem a little lost on the ice out there.
Face off to the right of McFadden, won by Rowan, but Penn State takes control. This is reversed for Good, and a penalty upcoming.
That's going to be on Rowan. That was a late check there. That was Liam Ladd trying to finish a hit in the corner, ends up going for the head after the play. Very big mental error for the Profs.
And Rowan yet to touch up, so the whistle will not blow. Partridge.
McFadden made it to the bench, too. They've got 6 on 5.
A man advantage for the moment, but now Rowan will touch up, and the penalty will be called.
Yeah, that's one that if you're a Rowan coach, you're going to be very upset with Liam Ladd watching that replay. That is a very unnecessary late check. Just emotions boiling over a little bit for Rowan right there. And they're going to be going shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. This Penn State power play had some good opportunities on its only chance so far this afternoon. And they're going to get another crack at it right here with 13 and a half minutes in the third period in a tie game.
So Penn State wants this faceoff on the left side. Schwarzmiller, a lefty, taking the draw. It makes sense. He'll be on his backhand. It's much easier to win a faceoff on your backhand than your forehand.
Don't call winning any faceoff easy, Andrew.
I
struggled with that for many years.
It's very difficult. But Penn State does take control off the draw. At the point, it's Szymanski. Timshizhin. He'll go far side. Schwarzmiller shoots. Tipped. It sat right in the crease. It was cleared by Zangara.
Great deflection there by Evan Partridge, and it was just sitting in the crease for Penn State. They're going to be looking skyward on the replay of that one.
Carter Jones can't clear it on his backhand. Chase Timshizhin at the point. Down the wall, Szymanski. Stretch pass. Schwarzmiller scores! Wes Schwarzmiller, and Penn State has their first lead of the night.
Wes Schwarzmiller all alone on the left circle. Great passing there by the Ice Lions. Szymanski taking it down low on the right side, drawing all the profs down away from the play, leaving Wes Schwarzmiller alone on the left point. He has all the space he wants to walk in and rip that one. Goes high glove on Jake Booth. And Penn State, after being down 4-0 in the second period, has taken a 5-4 lead with 12:52 to go in the third.
Oh my, Andy, is every game going to be like this? Is that what we're in for? Unbelievable.
It'll be a fun weekend if it is.
Oh, it will be. Might be a stressful one, too. But what a wicked wrist shot from Wes Schwarzmiller coming down that left side. Oh my goodness, absolutely snapped it off his stick. Beats Jake Booth high glove. And a penalty upcoming here. This one's going to go against Penn State.
Yeah, that's going to be Chase Timshizhin heading off here, I believe. They're going to get him for a hook on the left board there. And he knows it right away, going to the box with no arguments. Chase Timshizhin.
Oh, it's such a good name.
Such a great name. But Timshizhin right there, trying to I think that's one that you'd be okay with taking. That's probably going to be a high danger chance if you don't take the hook in the corner right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the play, see if they call it. If they call it, it's a 2-minute penalty. If you don't, then you get a good defensive play. And if you don't make that defensive play, it's probably a goal for Rowan. So
now Rowan a chance on the power play to level this game up. They find themselves down for the first time in this game.
Going to take it nice and slow here on this zone entry.
Finley, he'll go far side. It's Milliken. 2 goals already tonight. Milliken, he's going to swing it around the wall. Cutler moving in from the point. He'll play it low. It's Jones. Off the stick of Ross. Can Penn State clear? And they will.
Good stick there by Wick Ross, breaking up that passing lane. Profs were trying to get a shot from the point. They had some screeners in front. Wick Ross noticing it, diving, throwing his stick in the way, forcing a turnover.
Cameron Chandler will start things from his own end. Almost turns it over. Now he does. Look out at Schwarzmiller moving in. Backhand shot off the crossbar.
Wes Schwarzmiller, he has been all over the ice in this third period. Ben Grasser forcing a turnover in neutral. Schwarzmiller's in ahead of him. Schwarzmiller getting pressured the whole time. Still rips a hard backhand. Has Booth beat on the glove side. Unfortunately for him, it clicks off of the crossbar and out of play. It was nearly 6-4 Ice Lions right there.
Man, that backhand shot coming down that right side almost beats Jake Booth. But the crossbar is his friend on that one. 11.5 minutes to go in the third.
A little discussion with the officials right here. I think Rowan's wondering why it's staying in the defensive zone. They must have determined that Booth got a chunk of that before it hit the crossbar.
That would be the only explanation for why this faceoff is still in the Rowan end.
And they're going to get their money's worth from the official right here. Nobody's backing off.
It was Jones and Good talking with the referees.
Looks like Jones will give up.
And the faceoff will stay in the Prof's defensive end. So, again, the ref's determining that Jake Booth did get a piece of that before it hit the crossbar. Otherwise, it would have come out to neutral ice.
Yeah, I thought that it cleanly hit the crossbar, but clearly the officials, with the better view of that play, determined otherwise. And it'll turn into an offensive zone draw, shorthanded for Penn State right here. But a clean face-off win for Rowan should be able to set things up for the last minute of this power play.
60 seconds to go on the power play for Rowan. Zangara far side, he's going to dump this in cross corner. And it chopped at and out. Penn State will clear. Schwarzmiller, he'll leave it for Grasser and spun back.
Good keep away here by the Ice Lions. Schwartzmiller and Grass are working together, knowing that they don't really have a good offensive play right there. Instead, decide to just play it back for Zach Good and just kill more time off of this penalty.
Here comes Rowan. It's Thomas. Thomas to the middle. Oh, it just goes wide.
McFadden looked very uncertain on that one. He was beat on the glove side. Fortunately for him, Thomas just chipped it a little bit too far wide.
Riley Rudolph in the far corner. He's got Zach Good on him. 20 seconds to go in the power play. And did Rowan keep? They did, but now it comes out to center. And Thomas, look out. He almost gave that one to Schwartzmiller. Didn't realize he was behind him.
That was Schwartzmiller who forced the zone exit for Rowan, too. Great penalty kill for number 17 in blue. After scoring that goal, he's playing with a new confidence on the ice.
Zach Good back for it. We are back at even strength. 5-on-5 here for the final half of this third period. Here comes Penn State now. They move out with it. Into the middle. Shooting. Oh, and a save by Booth.
Jake Booth throwing out the pad right there. Good stop there. Dangerous opportunity for the Ice Lions. Defensive collapse from Rowan. Let him get into the slot in the other way.
Schuster puts that one off the back wall, and McFadden will cover.
McFadden snatching that one off of the back wall. Shot just wide from Evan Schuster, but it ricocheted hard back to the Penn State netminder. Set up a defensive zone draw for the Ice Lions right here. And Rowan's got to start capitalizing soon. I believe, according to the shots on goal board, it looks like they don't have an official shot on goal in this third period.
And what is this stoppage now? I thought
both teams have used their timeouts, right?
Well, we must be wrong. So it looks like another timeout called. Somehow maybe 3 timeouts called in this game. I don't understand how that works.
They're playing NFL rules.
Yeah. And I take a look behind us. Andy, you want to take a look at the shots back there, man?
It is 60-19 in favor of St. Joe's over ECU.
Oh, my God.
And it's only 5-1, though.
Yeah. Who is in net for East Carolina? That is wild.
55 saves
on
with halfway through the third period.
That is insane.
Wow, that is.
Jeez.
That's some Patty Adams type numbers right there.
Oh, my goodness. So St. Joe's all over East Carolina here on the South Rink. We are playing on the North Rink.
Something tells me there won't be a 4-goal comeback in that game.
For some reason, I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt that one. But our next game, North Carolina and Maryland, will also be right here on the North Rink. And then our later game, Virginia Tech and Delaware, will be behind us on the South Rink. That game was originally set to start at 7:45. Not looking like that's going to happen.
Well, and the Maryland one was scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. There's no way that's going to happen at this point.
No.
Already at 4:46.
With 10 minutes to go in this third period. So Rowan still talking things over on their bench. Booth will head back to his cage. McFadden in his. And now we will get ready to drop this puck to the left of Christopher McFadden.
Yeah, I don't think Rowan has an official shot on goal this period. They came in with 17, and they've had some opportunities on McFadden, but everything's been either wide or off the iron, so not actual shots on goal.
And this off the end wall, Szymanski, he's going to go behind the net with it. Szymanski to the middle, Downs couldn't control it. Szymanski right in the slot, scores! Ethan Szymanski. And it's 6-4 Penn State.
Ethan Szymanski strips the puck off of Karavitis right in front of Jake Booth. He's alone in the slot, rips it high blocker, no mistakes there. 6-4 Ice Lions with 9:39 to go in the third period. What a brutal mistake by Rowan right there. Karavitis, who's played such a good game for the Profs with a mental error right there, gives it to Ethan Szymanski with nobody in front of his goaltender. And that's the 6th goal that has been unanswered for the Ice Lions.
Now Rowan has a chance. Right in front of backhand shot. It was poked away at the last second. And right back in on McFadden. He covers. That time the chance was for Josh Bianchi.
And that'll be Rowan's first official shot on goal of this third period right there.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Comes at 9:24.
Wow. Face off to the right of McFadden. It's going to be Duffy and Keeley. Duffy will win this one. Bianchi fires it wide. Slapped up the wall, but kept in by Kromchik. Duffy now. He'll turn towards the middle. Back to the point it goes. Kromchik right back for Duffy. Duffy to the middle. Milliken puts it on net. And McFadden, has it.
Yeah, McFadden covers that one up with his big trapper right there. First shot goes off of his pad. He thought he had it underneath him. A little uncertain, realized that there was a loose puck. Got that glove over it quickly to keep that one out of the back of his own cage. But 6-4 Penn State with 9:05 to go here in the third period. This is the first time Rowan's shown signs of life in a while. We'll see if they can get two before the end of regulation.
There's a shot by Finley. That just goes wide of the post. Final 9 minutes of regulation. Shots 25-19 in favor of Penn State. It's Lambert. Lambert's going to look up ice. He'll put it off the glass. And back for it, Rudolph. He'll give to Riccardi. In the middle, Zangara. He's stripped of the puck. Xander Faust. And a good poke there by Finley.
Really good poke there by Finley.
Faust back for it. 2024 ACC Showcase. What a start this has been for us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Penn State crawling back from down 4-0. They now lead 6-4.
Yeah, it really has been a great game. 4-0 lead for Rowan. They had control early on, and
it goes in! Riccardi put it towards the net. Did Zangara get a piece of it? I'm not sure.
Zangara immediately pointed at Riccardi. This is going to be Riccardi's goal. Zangara providing a perfect screen in front of Christopher McFadden right there. A little knuckle puck from the point shot by Dominic Riccardi. And McFadden had zero sight line of it because of that perfect screen by JT Zangara. And it leaks through the 5-hole on that slow-moving floater. And it's 6-5. Rowan's right back in this one.
Oh, my goodness. And with 8 minutes to go, it's a one-goal game once again. Dominic Riccardi, his second of the game. I believe he had the fourth one.
That was an
for
aggressive
Rowan.
reaction from Christopher McFadden afterwards, too. I'm not sure if you caught it, Andrew, but he immediately slapped his stick on the ice, and Rowan's about to go shorthanded here after that collision in the corner. And we're going to have some more penalties. So there was a little scrum after the play, some punches to the head, and this is not going anywhere right now. A linesman trying to break it up. Both sides getting into it now.
Oh, my goodness. And it was Zach Good who was down behind the play. That's where the original penalty was called. And then pushing and shoving after the whistle.
And they're going to take off a few players on each team, it looks like.
Yeah, one for Rowan, one for Penn State. Done for the game.
Daniel Duffy done for the day for Rowan. I believe he had the initial hit on Zach Good that resulted in the first penalty being called, and then everything afterwards just spiraled from there.
And we'll see who goes in the box.
I believe it should still be a Penn State power play.
I think so.
I would think that all those fightings, misconducts, whatever they end up calling should just cancel out, and then you just have that initial rough. Going to go to our little replay booth right here to see what happened.
So the original check behind the net.
That should be a checking from behind.
That looks like Milliken on the play. Yeah, that was Milliken. And then he went right back after. And that is where Duffy came in to defend his teammate.
All right, so it was not Duffy who delivered the initial hit on Good. It was Milliken. We'll see who they end up putting in the box, though, because the officials have not dragged anyone over yet. They may have determined that it was Duffy just because of how much happened after the play there. There.
Is we have one of the
off-ice officials.
Yep, officiating liaisons looking at our replay right now.
And over my shoulder, he just said that's definitely checking from behind. So initial call's correct. Then that's where the scrap starts.
I believe that was Duffy.
Daniel Duffy, number 29.
And Duffy has been tossed.
And he has been tossed from the game along with 25 for Penn State, who's going at it with. That would have been
who
delivered the initial hit.
It's Milliken.
That was Milliken, 26.
So it should be Connor Milliken in the box.
We'll see who they end up calling, though, because there was a lot of action after that play. Sometimes the officials get caught up with all of that.
And there was a lot going on. Tough to decipher who the actual culprit was.
Now they're starting to talk with the Rowan bench to determine who should be coming off the ice right here. And okay, a 5-minute major has been assessed.
Wow,
that's what's on the scoreboard. And it is given to Duffy.
So Duffy gets the 5-minute major. Not sure if it was, obviously it wasn't him on the hit. It was for that fight afterwards.
Yeah, it was for the fight.
But then would we think 25 on Penn State would also get one?
I would think you'd have to. So unless they're calling it a 5-minute major for boarding and they got the wrong guy.
Or unless they're meaning to put up 26 instead of 29.
Well, we'll see who ends up in the box. They're still talking with the Rowan bench right here. This thing doesn't seem like it's getting settled anytime soon. Penn State breaking up from their bench now. They think that they're ready to go. Officials still talking with Rowan coaches. Well, one thing's for sure, Andrew. Rowan's definitely going to be shorthanded.
Yes. Yes, that is true. Just trying to figure out who's going to the box. Connor Milliken inching closer to the box.
Yeah, he's getting steps and steps closer each time, and now there's a linesman pointing.
Who's going? Who's going?
Milliken will go on the ice.
Who's going on the box? Who's going in the box? And it is Hamarchak.
So they must have called the penalty on Duffy, and since he's done for the day, they need somebody else to serve it.
Interesting. So we do believe that they did get the wrong guy for this 5-minute major, but still, a 5-minute major is probably the right call there.
I agree. That was a clear check from behind into the boards. That's a play that you never want to see. Defenseless player, Zach Good for Penn State right there, gets hit from behind by who the officials determined to be Daniel Duffy, but
hey, Connor Milliken's going to take it. He stays in the game.
And he's on the penalty kill right now,
He
I believe.
is.
Yeah, he's on the ice.
So Connor Milliken, the beneficiary of that one.
And the big thing here, Andrew, is that 5-minute major is an all-you-can-eat power play. This one's not stopped if Penn State scores a goal.
This is Szymanski at the point. Szymanski's going to go far side, and now Tim Shijan at the point. He walks in and shoots, blocked by Milliken.
Good block there by Milliken. Saw that shooting lane for Tim Shijan, inched over to his right to break it up.
Schwarzmiller, near side, Szymanski just too far in front of him. Now down deep, it's Evan Partridge. Szymanski on the half wall. He looks across the ice and goes there. Schwarzmiller. Partridge cutting to the front. Across for Szymanski. And it was blocked. Connor Milliken on the block again.
Connor Milliken with his second block of this penalty kill. Great one right there. Ethan Szymanski had a wide open goal. Jake Booth was nowhere near that shot. Connor Milliken getting in the lane there.
And Frateroli with the backhand clear. And the first minute of this major is cleared off. Tim Shijan through center. Meets Kromchik right at the blue line. Now Szymanski and Carson Downs. Penn State changing behind the play as this one hops up into the netting. And we will get a whistle.
Yep, officials trying to get the people on the off the ice to poke it over there.
They got it.
They get it out of the netting.
They got it.
Send it over to the linesman who will set up for this neutral zone faceoff.
3 minutes and 43 seconds still on that power play. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left in regulation. So if Rowan is able to kill this off, they will have some time to try to tie it. Right in the middle of the ice here. Penn State looking to move it in. It's poked away by Rudolph. And now Carson Downs is just going to regroup.
Well, Andrew, behind us, ECU is crawling back. It's 5-2 now despite being outshot 66-24.
That is just video game stuff. They're playing on rookie over there. This is Kromchik. Can he get it out? No. Zach Good keeps. Near side. Walking towards the net. A shot. That might have hit the post.
That one clicked off the blocker of Jake Booth. Gets enough of it to deflect it into the post. Good save there for number 31.
Here's Good. He'll go across. It's Christian Short. He's going to shoot one, saved by Booth.
Booth tried to swallow that one up. Couldn't quite. Penn State's still dangerous right here. This power play's humming.
On the near wall, they battle for it. Rudolph trying to take it away. He'll swing it towards the point, but not out.
Good keep in by Zach Good. Great awareness moving to that right side.
Good's going to shoot it. Looking for a tip was McGuire. Short pinching in from the point. Now it's Downs. Plays it right to the front. There's a shot off the post. Another one gloved by Jake Booth. Oh, my goodness.
Jake Booth saving Rowan big time right there. First shot off the post. He was on his stomach. It comes right back out to Carson Downs in the slot. He rips it. Booth from his butt gets back up, throws his glove up for a prayer, and ends up getting the puck inside of it.
Unbelievable.
And there's still 2:27 left on this power play for the Ice Lions.
So plenty of time to work with for Penn State. And as Andy said, they can score as many times as they want, and the power play will continue. Tim Shizhin at the point. Schwarzmiller. He's going to shoot it. Rebound, Partridge. Big save, Booth.
Couple of big saves from Booth right there. First one on Schwartzmiller, and then that dangerous rebound for Evan Partridge in tight, and that's a big block right there. Tim Shizhin was trying to go for a screen shot.
Szymanski near side. He's going to take it in deep. Milliken needs a change. Shot off the post. It was Schwarzmiller right from the left face-off circle. Rings it off the iron once again. And Rowan is alive.
Wes Schwartzmiller sighs in disbelief. He can't believe he missed that one. He had Jake Booth beat cleanly on that glove side. Rings it off the inside of the post. And the rebound ends up right underneath the pad of Jake Booth. And Rowan escapes that opportunity.
So it's Schwarzmiller again. He's going to shoot it, this time low on Booth. And Booth makes the save.
No mistakes there. Wes Schwartzmiller, he scored on the power play once already. Nearly had his second power play goal of the afternoon right there. Jake Booth, third time's the charm. He finally figured out where Schwartzmiller's been shooting it. Stops in that one.
Face off to the right of Booth. Won by Penn State. At the point, it's Chase Tim Shizhin. Now Schwarzmiller. Back to Tim Shizhin. He'll go near side with it. Szymanski. Partridge down low. And Szymanski once again. Cross ice, Schwarzmiller, tap to Tim Shizhin, Szymanski, Schwarzmiller, and a save with the blocker.
Beautiful passing. That was exactly like Penn State's first power play goal of the afternoon. That pass back to Schwarzmiller from Szymanski. They got that same look at Partridge. Nearly jamming home the rebound right there. Chased Tim Shizhin with the shot off the pad of Jake Booth. Evan Partridge has the rebound all alone, and Jake Booth has the answer with that left-handed glove.
And Jake Booth, despite giving up the 6 goals, has been very, very solid for Rowan today.
Sure has made 26 saves so far on the afternoon, and he's really kept him in it.
Especially on this power play. But there's still more time, about a minute 15. Kept in by Faust. Down low, Downs. He'll go across the ice. It's good. Looking for Downs, it went over his stick.
Trying to go for the one-timer back to Carson Downs right there was Zach Good. Ended up shooting that pass a little bit wide, and Rowan's going to get a break here as that pass for Christian Short was too far ahead of him. Hits off the boards and goes into neutral.
Skating into this one is Faust. Faust, he's going to shoot it into the glove. Rebound! It gets away from Booth. Into the corner it goes.
Booth couldn't swallow up that one, and he is hurt, Andrew.
No. Jake Booth is down.
That was an aggressive play from Xander Faust. He saw an opportunity to go high blocker on Jake Booth. Shot that first puck up, looked like off of the mask of Booth. Threw him off that rebound. Booth was trying to recover. Goes down, ends up hitting his head on the ice, it looks like. And he's
goaltender Bobby Kennedy, who's the backup right now, grabbing his stick. But now as Booth gets back to his feet, Kennedy will put his stick back.
Yep, Booth taking a sip of water. Seems like he's going to be all right. Bobby Kennedy still has his mask on. He's ready to go if Booth needs to come out of this game, but big fighter right there, number 31. He seems good to go for the rest of this one.
So happy that Jake Booth is okay. He's going to stay in this game. And with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in regulation, Penn State still on the power play for the next 40 seconds. Christian Short plays it near side. Faust back to Short. Good. Faust shoots when it goes in! Xander Faust squeaks it through Jake Booth, and the 2-goal lead is restored. It's 7-5.
Xander Faust ripping a one-timer from the right circle. Zach Good with the perfect saucer pass across the ice. Jake Booth probably a little bit shaken up from that previous play where he was on the ice for a solid 30 seconds after the whistle. Seems like it threw him off a little bit. He was uneasy up there. That puck slips between his arm and his stomach, it looked like. Perfectly placed shot from Xander Faust. Penn State has restored their 2-goal lead, and there is still 30 seconds to go on this 5-minute major. The Ice Lions will have one more crack at it off of this faceoff.
7-5 is your score with 3.5 minutes to go.
How high can our scoreboard go, Andrew?
We can go up to 10.
We can go up to 10. All right.
Let's hope it doesn't get past that. Then we have problems. Now, I'll put a 10 up there, and then I'll also put a 1 up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But either way, right now it is 7-5, and the Ice Lions will have the man advantage for another 30 seconds.
Face off right at center ice here after the goal. It's going to be Jones and Schwarzmiller on the draw. Schwarzmiller wins it cleanly. This is Szymanski. Intercepted at center by Milliken, and he moves in. He'll put it right on net, covered by McFadden.
McFadden with a nice little easy stop on Connor Milliken right there. Milliken forcing a turnover in neutral. Unfortunately for him, good recoveries by Penn State to get into defensive positioning. Not a true high-danger chance. Easy stop for Christopher McFadden.
Now Tim Shizhin right off the draw. He's going to go far side with it. Grasser's got room. Ben Grasser to the middle. Grasser a shot. It was blocked in front by Knoll.
Evan Knoll, he has played the game of his life out there for Rowan. He's doing everything he can to keep the Profs in this one, offensively and defensively. Great shot block there on Ben Grasser, and they have killed off the remainder of this 5-minute major.
And this one is played up into the netting behind the net. And Rowan only sacrificing 1 goal on that 5-minute major. They're still in this one with 2:50 on the clock.
If you're Rowan, you got to consider that one a win. Jake Booth put the team on his back. Your best penalty killer has always got to be your goalie, and in that 5-minute major, Jake Booth certainly was the best penalty killer on the ice for Rowan. A few 10-bell stops for number 31 in white. Only let 1 leaker go by him on that one-timer from Xander Faust.
The game behind us is over. 5-2 is the final there. St. Joseph's wins.
What was the final shots on goal in that one, Andrew?
72-27. That is unbelievable. But we're focused here. Zangara trying to move out. The puck just barely gets over the blue line, but dumped right back in by Penn State. Behind his own net, this is Frateroli. Down to 2:15. When do we think about pulling Jake Booth?
I think that if you get a solid zone entry here, you got to pull him right now. You need 2 goals.
This is dumped in by Karakavadis. Booth still in his net.
And he doesn't seem like he has any intentions of moving. He's just kind of chilling there. He's got an arm over the crossbar.
And the Rowan coaches weren't even looking at him. Zangara. Finley can't get it any deeper. Penn State will move out. This is Lambert. Lambert in a one-on-one. He'll just fire this towards Booth, who covers. A minute 45 to go.
Yeah, Booth with the squeeze right there. But I'm very surprised that Rowan didn't decide to pull him on that most recent zone entry. They had a solid entry. They had possession and numbers going in their direction. If you're down by 2 goals with 2 minutes left in the third period, you've got to try and give your team that extra attacker and give them a chance to score.
You would think. And
the 4th time out of the game?
All right, we must not know some rules. Let me ask. How many timeouts does each team have per game? So it's only 1.
So I wonder what those whistles in the I swear I saw them call timeouts in the first.
Oh, we have media timeouts.
Oh.
Didn't even think about that.
That makes a lot more sense now, Andrew.
Yep. So the first whistle after the 12-minute mark is when we get a media stoppage. So that might have been the last stoppage. This must be a timeout.
Yes, I would think that.
Okay, I did not realize. A team timeout, yes.
Yes.
All right.
I was thinking those were really weird times to call timeout in the game.
Yeah, the first one, interesting. So the first media timeout comes the first whistle after the 12 to 8 minutes remaining mark.
Okay.
Then the second one, first whistle after 12 minutes remaining in the second period. And then third media timeout, first whistle after 12 minutes in the third period.
Yeah, but I don't believe you're allowed to take a media timeout during a power play, so that's why this one was so far delayed.
Zamboni hits the ice behind us. And that game starting back there, let's see. on the north rink, on the south rink,
That'll be the south rink behind us.
It'll be Virginia and Elon.
But there's still 1:45 left in this one.
Face-off is won by Rowan. Riccardi, he'll move it near side Milliken. Milliken trying to send a stretch pass that looked like a set piece. It just didn't work. Milliken moves in with it, but just offside at the line.
And Jake Booth is still doing his casual stance in the goal. I think that Rowan's content with not pulling him and just trying to score these 2 goals the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. And look at the shots. Penn State has pulled away on the shot clock, 34-21 right now in favor of the Ice Lions.
Entered this third period with the shots on goal, 18-17 in favor of Rowan. Penn State has really taken control in this third period, out shooting the Profs tremendously. But here's a rush.
Thomas has it poked away by Lambert. Big play there, and the Penn State bench erupts.
And now Jake Booth has finally pulled the Rowan's got 6 out there.
6-on-5 for Rowan. Chandler to Thomas, to the point it's Riccardi. Final minute of play. Thomas, he's going to shoot it. It was blocked by Ross.
Good block there by Wick Ross. Thomas had a nice opportunity there. McFadden didn't have a sight line on that puck. Great deflection down low.
This one back down low. Cameron Chandler will swing it around. 50 seconds to go. Riccardi, he's going to shoot it. It was blocked. Lambert's got an empty net. He shoots it just wide. It's going to be icing. And Rowan's going to get another offensive zone draw here.
That was a beautiful deflection in tight by Cameron Chandler. He was behind the goal mouth there of Christopher McFadden. Gets the puck off of his stick. Ends up getting it back to the goal front with that deflection. Nearly bounces off of a couple of Ice Lions and into the net. Great opportunity there for Rowan. But with 40.9 left, you got to score 1 like right now.
So 35 seconds now on the clock. Rowan in deep. Played towards the point. Frattaroli's going to get there and keep. Finley. Shot right from the side of the net, that time from Jones. From his knees, Angara! Oh, it was swept off the goal line! And Penn State is going to move out with it. And this will be shot towards the empty net. It's going to go all the way into the corner and down to the final 10 seconds.
Christopher McFadden saving Penn State right there. Defensive breakdown. Beautiful opportunity in front for JT Zangara. He comes up large with the save, and then that leaking puck swept out of harm's way by Ethan Szymanski. That's the buzzer, the final score in this one. Penn State 7, Rowan 5. What a way to open up the ACC showcase for the two of us, Andrew.
Oh, my goodness. And if I told you this score an hour ago, you would not have believed me. Penn State found themselves down 4-0 in the second period, and they put 7 on the board in the final half of this game to take it versus Rowan, and we will shake hands at center ice. So that does it for game 1 of our 10-game span over this weekend, and we get set for Maryland and UNC right after this. So join us for that one. We're going to start a brand new stream for that. If you feel like watching it, come and join us, and it should be a good one.
I would expect that game to start in roughly 10-15 minutes.
So that will do it for Penn State and Rowan from the ACC Showcase here at the St. James in Springfield, Virginia. We will see you later in the week.